Hello, this is John Lucas. I'm going to show you a simple way to sharpen by building a little sanding disc to go on the lathe, and then how to use the sandpaper to actually sharpen your tools. It makes it very inexpensive and a quick way to do it for beginners. The first thing you do is cut a disc round on your bandsaw, or at least close to round to get started. I would recommend MDF or plywood, although I think plywood works a little better. It's a little harder to turn is the only problem. Drill a hole with a Forstner bit, and then you install this on your chuck. So that we can turn the edges true and turn the face true. The first thing I do is true up the edges using either a scraper or a bowl gouge. I just want to get it running round and around off the edges so that I won't cut myself on it. Just take your time and just kind of gently flatten it over its full length. I find it helps if you set the tool rest parallel. If you set the tool rest parallel and you guide it with your fingers sliding on the tool rest, it helps to control the depth. Once you've got it close, you can check it with a straight edge, and I find out that this area right here is a little bit high, so we'll go back and we'll take that down. I put the pencil marks on so I can see as it rubs them down. That middle section right there where the pencil marks are still there is a little high. That should be pretty close. Now we're going to put the disc on. Now I'm using a 12-inch disc. And it doesn't need to be that large. You can use 4-inch, you could use 6-inch, and a lot of turners actually put these on their hand wheel so they don't have to stop the lathe to sharpen tools, because you'll find that you sharpen tools frequently. I'm using 120 grit. I think that's a pretty good grit to start with. And one of the advantages of a disc sander is that the center is rotating much slower than the outside edge. So if I have carbon steel tools, for example, and it's easy to burn the edge, I can simply sharpen them in here. This also removes a lot less metal. And if I want a higher speed, I can step out to the outside. What I'm trying to do is rub the bevel and get those sparks coming over the edge. To sharpen a scraper, simply again I lay the bevel on there, I lay the heel on, and I move it down. Now you notice the sandpaper is coming down into the tool. I would rather it be rotating the other way. If you have a long tool rest, you can sharpen on the back side of the wheel, which is traveling uphill, and that works pretty well. Or if you happen to have reverse on your lathe, you can simply turn it over, and now it's running uphill. And that's really all there is to sharpening on here.